What's up, y'all?
What it do, folk?
Welcome back, man. Episode 21. I'm saying this time.
We out here. We got, we gaining some longevity.
We out here banging them out, man. But what's this topic about, man?
This topic we're gonna talk about today is very important. Raise your goddamn kids, man.
Serious topic, man.
All jokes. We ain't gonna say all jokes because we're gonna have some jokes, but for real, there's a lot of y'all out here not raising your kids. I understand some of y'all have fucked up childhoods. Mm-hmm. Some of y'all parents didn't raise y'all, so y'all like some monsters and some monkeys and stuff like that. Yeah. And that's all, unfortunate. But the whole point of being parents is you're supposed to want better for your kid than what you had. Right. So even if you don't necessarily know it all, like you should be looking into some stuff. Like, all right, but y'all only seem, and when I say y'all, I mean those to who this applies to, only seem to be concerned about materials. Like, all right, well, I didn't grow up with a lot of money, so I'm gonna spend a lot of money on my kids' clothes. Yeah. But then your kid got a fucking record at age 12.
Yeah. I think what you said earlier, you just touched on, got a lot to do with it, man. Like your foundation. You come from a broken home. How can you expect them to really raise their kids right if they don't have a strong foundation?
It's the cost of breaking the cycle, man. Not everybody gets to grow up nice and rosy with both parents and everything good and everything solid. True. But at some point in your life, you realize that's fucked up. Like, that's not what I want for me. Yeah. So then when you have a kid, how do you continue to pass that on to them? Right. You have, everybody got free choice. So that's what I'm saying. I'm not saying that you know every way how to be so much of a better parent, but I think you start to be a better parent than the one you have when you decide that's not how my kid gonna come up. Right. You know what I'm saying? My pop wasn't there, or my mom wasn't there, or he barely paid me attention. You know that part. Yeah. Was hard on you. Right. So just start there.
Okay, yeah, but I agree. But sometimes if their mom or their dad wasn't there, their grandmother, grandfather was there, or uncle, or aunt. Some people don't have nothing.
That's true.
So that's true. Where they going to channel to get that positive reinforcement to teach their kids, man?
Again, it has to start. It has to start with you. Right. It has to start with, like I said, that desire to be like, you know what? I had a really, really hard life. I ain't had nobody there for me. And because of that, knowing that I'm bringing a child into this world, I don't want that for them. Right. I think just that love for a child. Now, that's what I'm saying. It's going to be hard. Mm-hmm. It ain't going to be perfect. It ain't going to be easy. Because even when you had a good foundation, it's still not necessarily easy raising the kid because you got to do that, with your own set of morals and your own effort. Right. But even for those who really had no role models whatsoever, unless you just decide you're going to up and walk away from the kid, and in that case, I'd rather you put the kid up for adoption or something. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Give him a shot.
Yeah. They don't want to start him off.
But when you decide to keep a kid, and that's why I said raise your kids, when you decide you're going to be a parent and you're going to raise a kid, you cannot just sit there and say, you know what? All I'm going to do for my kid is exactly what my parents did for me. Yeah. It's always supposed to be better. You're always supposed to be making the next generation better off. So even if your parents did raise you well, you take the good from that and still take it to the next level for your kid.
The sad thing is a lot of women having these kids to trap them, man. They don't even want the kid, and that's like bait. So a lot of these kids can't even grow up with a two-parent household.
Man, I'm tired of speaking to some of these moms. I'm tired of y'all fake asses on social media. My heart, my everything, the one I do it for. Man. And your grandma, auntie, or whoever was the one that having 6 days a week, six days and or 7 days and 6 nights a week. You come home that one night. You know what I'm saying? You paying. Grandmama, auntie is mom. You paying. Like, come on, man.
It's sad. But I think as you being a parent, right? Yeah. Do you think let's talk about, even like rearing a child or discipline.
Yeah. That's a big thing these days because the government trying to tell us how we can raise our kids.
Yeah, so that's like a big part. Do you feel like that's messing up a lot of households as well? Like you can't even like discipline your child without getting
it's absolutely a big part of it, but it's not just so far that of what you can't do. It's we live in a different era, in a different train of thought to where that ass whooping you might have caught when you was 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Yeah.
That to you was standard.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's so many people now that believe you taking a belt to a kid is abuse.
Yeah.
Like, oh my God, he's screaming and hollering. You're hitting him with that belt. You're nothing better than a slave master. You're just bringing over the bad shit from slavery. Do better. Listen, man.
Nah, man.
You can sit with that timeout shit if you want to. I know there's people who didn't, get beat when they was kids, and everybody think they turned out okay regardless of how they were raised. But I believe in spare the rod, spoil the child.
But back in the day, you didn't even have to get a beating. Like, you were scared of the look, though, man.
Just somewhat, but that's the whole thing. Like, my son is 8. I could probably, between my two hands, count how many times I've had to hit him his entire life.
Yeah.
And it's usually something big.
Right.
Like something I've talked to you about who knows however many times, and you really like just not doing what I asked you to do to the point where it's detrimental to you.
Right.
If it's just something I don't like that you do, I can sit there and punish you, take something away, say you're not allowed to do this, give you a scowl, let you know I'm disappointed in your actions. And my son, that really hurts him.
Yeah.
Knowing that he disappointed mom and dad, that hurts him like nothing else.
Right.
His feelings will get hurt.
Yeah.
But on the times where I've hit him, it's like, yo, you can't go near the stove, so bam. You caught one in the arm. And now your arm hurt. I want you to associate that pain with going near something that you shouldn't touch.
So the little pain you feel could deter him getting worse pain.
Because otherwise, had I not caught him, he'd have turned the stove on, I'd have had a scarred kid for life.
Yeah.
And that's the whole thing. And it's not like him going in there to touch the stove. That's the first time I've ever talked to him about don't touch it and why he shouldn't touch it. That's another thing. If you are going to beat your kids, you should talk to them first. I believe that just, we definitely got to get past that age where it's just like, you know what? Tie your shit.
Just beating them
and just, beating them up. That doesn't help. It doesn't really teach a kid anything.
Right.
But if you sit there, even before the time where you feel like physical discipline is necessary, and you explain to them why it's necessary, then it has a longer effect. They start to understand. They start to, even with them being scared of it,
they understand.
It makes sense now. Right. It's not just like I get hit every time I do something. So.
I mean, one of my dreams is when I have kids, like, is jumping over the banister of the stairs. So the fear they could have, see me jumping over the banister, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's all I want, man. But, like, before I got a beating, my mom always told us why and after what she did and why she did it.
My mom was Trini, so my mom used to tell me during.
Yeah, man. Oh, yeah.
I telling you. Nah. Stop. Yo, stripping this. Like...
I was blacked out. I was bitching, man. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, she would hit you you would catch a syllable for every strike. Man. So, ain't no way you forgetting.
But what changed between that time and now? Because back then, I didn't even resent my mom when I got punished because I know I did wrong.
I don't know. Sometimes I used to be mad, mumbling under my breath.
I mean, you'd be mad that you got it, but you wasn't like, yo, I'm calling the cops on her or...
Well, you didn't think to do that.
Yeah.
You didn't think to do that. It wasn't something that was advertised on TV, dog.
Even if it was, I don't think we would have did it, man.
Listen, one time I thought I was going to do it, right? I didn't like the way my mom was yelling at me one day.
Yeah.
And I seen some other kid get away with it. So I said, you know what, Mom? Call 911.
Man, we listen to little Randy.
She picked up the phone, dialed the 9, dialed the 1. Said, come dial this other one. I forgot about it altogether, man.
That phone was about to crack through your head, dog.
I already knew what time it was. And then the next day she talked to me and she said, if you had called the police, I want you to understand, it's a very strong possibility that I could have went to jail. I could have lost my job because you called. So if you stayed here, we wouldn't have had anything. If they take you, you don't know where they're putting you.
Yeah. Okay.
And that to me was realer than any type of pain she could have put on me.
Yeah.
Realizing that for everything I didn't like, I might have ended up with nothing that I liked, nothing that I appreciated.
Yeah.
Not even my own brother.
Hey, man.
Because there's no guarantee that you two end up in the same home.
Right. But you don't understand that,
but that's why I said you have to talk.
Yeah.
Parents have to talk to their kids. You can't just be martial law. You can't just just dish out the punishment and think that your kid's gonna get it just because you beat him because you was mad. You literally have to talk to him.
You tell him you can't go Terminator style. That means kick down the door, shades on.
Nah, man, because
beat him, don't say nothing.
Yeah, you can't do that because you gonna create what you gonna create is a monster.
Fear.
I don't know. Fear is healthy.
That's what I'm saying.
Let me say that right now. A healthy dose of fear, ain't nothing wrong with that. I know it's people like, oh, you're a bully, you're intimidating your kid. You damn right I'm intimidating him.
But you want to know another thing about
parenthood is a dictatorship.
Another thing about raising their kids is like I see parents trying to discipline their kids, but the kids are imitating what they see their parents do.
I see that all the time.
So how you gonna get mad at them and you're not even addressing the issues you have that the kids imitating, man?
Because a lot of times it's more like that parent is disciplining them because you did it in public.
Okay.
That kid probably do it all the time at home.
Yeah.
Yell, fall out, all the crazy stuff all the time at home.
Yeah.
And the parent don't pay him no mind. But now you did it in front of people.
So they embarrassed.
Now that you did this, I see people looking at me, look at you, on the floor, crying, screaming, hollering because I said you couldn't have this cereal.
Right.
So now I'm embarrassed.
Yeah.
Oh no, I don't play that. Yeah. Snatching the kid up.
I can understand that point, but I'm talking about your kid in trouble in school for calling somebody
even with
bitch,
that,
right?
Even with that, because now you've brought it to where somebody has to. You being a bad kid was perfectly fine when I didn't have to deal with it. Yeah. When I could ignore it at home.
But what if they're not even bad at home though? And like, all right, for instance, right, a kid.
Okay, I get what you're saying.
Bitch, right?
Right. But at home, he know he can't use it.
Yeah, you're not using that. But he see you using it all the time.
Yeah.
So how you gonna
do as I say, not as I do?
That ain't working no more, man. Like that's so contradiction, man. Like
it absolutely is. Like, do as I say, not as I do. You still got parents who live by that.
But you don't think as a
parent, I told you
they should clean it up though?
They absolutely should. I mean, I think that as a parent, a lot of your life has to change.
Yeah.
You can't roll the same way you rolled before.
Right.
When you have a kid, like. I think that's down. I think that's down to the TV you watch, the music you listen to. Like personally, I don't know why there's 4-year-olds that know trap